So Dennis, it's been quite a treat with all these interesting guests here. It's like almost like a Fellini movie, or is it like the Ed Sullivan Show with a little twist?
All of the above, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, grew up listening to, to Tony here. I mean, I really, one thing I got to ask you. Well, one thing we were talking about before Tony, when we were just getting in here about the chimes on church bells, played by Neil Sedaka, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was an interesting piece of trivia, and it
was
was great.
said he admitted to it.
He admitted to it.
Anything else, Dennis, you'd like to tell us about the Smithereens or about you performing? You want to tell us one more time for those people just joining us. Dennis Dykin, the greatest drummer of all time.
Oh, please. I'm going to be doing some gigs early next year with my other band, Bell Sound, and I'll let you know when I get those dates booked, but we'll be playing at Bowery Electric downtown here in New York City. And I'm looking forward to that, and I think we'll be playing something else from this other Christmas record. We'll get to that later, but
Good.
It's great to talk with Joe. I mean, I grew up watching Joe Franklin, as we all did, and he still sounds the same,
Still vibrant,
yeah.
still full of energy.
You see him around town all the time, and Herb, of course, too. I mean, he sent me off to school every morning.
Yeah, that's
and listen to ABC in the morning as I was
transistor radio.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really, every morning as I was going to school, Herb Oscar Anderson. It was a real treat to talk with him.
Well, I think it's time that we'll play a little song, a little treat right here, and the gentleman's going to sing live in the studio. Why don't you tell us your name, if you could, please?
Yeah, my name is Joe DeBew.
Oh, you have a good voice.
I'm from South Orange, New Jersey.
Yeah, South Orange.
Well, thank you. And
not far from Dennis, right?
Yeah, we're
I live up Woodridge.
Woodridge, yeah.
Woodridge.
Very, very, it's a little north of me, but
So after we play your CD, tell us what you're going to sing tonight.
Well, I'm actually gonna sing "How Do You Keep the Music Playing," and if allowed, maybe "Summer Wind."
Let's do that.
So, okay. Just turn it on, okay? There you go. That would be me. How do you keep the music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep the song from fading too fast? How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say? And if we know we're always changing, how could it be the same? And tell me how year after year your song, your heart will fall apart each time you hear her name. I know the way I feel for you is now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever. Forever. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows. With any luck, then I suppose the music never ends. I know the way I feel for you is now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows. With any luck, then I suppose the music, I said the music never ends.
Hey! Congratulations, bravo. A nice voice. So just give us a little background about your career and
Sure.
where you got started and where it begins.
Well, you know, mine is a very interesting story. As I was explaining to Tony here, and then I'm delighted here to be here with Mr. Willow himself, that I had an episode in my life. I kind of grew up, you know, in orphanages all my life and homes, and I never knew my parents and all that stuff, and you know, abused and the 9 yards. And I don't mind saying it because you know, it frees you. Anyway, I wound up having a you know, when I do a lot of karaoke, and the people would say, you know, you sound like Sinatra, you know, and I would just say, you know, okay, fine. But I had a moment in my life, and it kind of brought my heart out. And now when I sing from my heart. And that's, you know, that's my story. I was a flight attendant for TWA all those years, and I have a former flight attendant for TWA over there, Miss Pam Houston, and she's a friend of mine. And this is what I like to do now. I like to sing, and anybody hiring for voiceovers, I'm available.
Sounds like fun. Do you sing in the city some of the time, or are you out in Jersey?
Yeah, I sang at at Birdland, and I did Summer Wind there. I did it live because I don't do a lot of live, but I need to start doing that. And but a lot of my work is through karaoke, and with the big bands and Count Basie right here. That's one of my favorite artists, and I do a lot of songs that have the Count Basie band behind me.
So you've known Mr. Middleton for quite some time.
Well, I know of him. I didn't know him, but you know, personally. But tonight, you know, it's a pleasure, you know, meeting the legends
It's
here.
a real good
Thank you.
And where can people reach you? Do you have some number or website if they want to book an event or they want to come and see you? Or
Yeah, I'm all over. Actually, I'm at on Thursdays and Fridays down at Cafe Carol's. It's just a local place on University and James Street in downtown Newark. And especially on Thursdays, I get to do a lot of singing because there's not a lot of singers down there on Thursday. But Friday, then they have a lot of good singers down there. And then I do it at Libretti's, of all places, and I do you know, I do all my Sinatra standards, and yeah, Joe Debut, yeah, that's me, and he was pointing a name out for me, I could be reached, you know, through those channels, and JOSE7DAB@AOL.com. That'll get me in. If you have any gigs, feel free.
thanks, Joe, for coming down here tonight with Teddy Smith and Bob O'Brien at WPAT. And I would like to play a song right here, and we're going to have a wonderful guest coming up here momentarily. Hear this voice? Mr. Andante Tracy Cufflinks right here for the 60s.
Tracy, when I'm with you, something you do bounces me off the ceiling.
Very nice.
Tracy, yeah.
I need one of
Sugar next.
oh yeah, then I need one of Dennis's